Hello everybody, welcome to another log, G-log, gamer log. Sharing some stuff that I picked up recently. Well, this one I've had for a bit. But, my previous video here on the channel it was a bit of a bummer. So, I figured, go ahead and publish this one and get it out of the way. Now, these two I picked up recently, and this one I've had for a while, like I mentioned earlier. PS3, there's other PS3s I'm going to be going over, as well as the PS2 games. One that I acquired today at the same time as this one. But I'm looking forward to this, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. Okay, so Lollipop Chainsaw. Thing keeps getting dirty. Some folks may be familiar with Lollipop Chainsaw, maybe not. This was the original game. Came out for PS3, 360. Miss Sterling here, I recently pitted against Buffy the Vampire Slayer in a poll here on the channel feed, and she is winning out. There's 6 votes going on. She's overwhelming. I think 5 of 6 are going in her way. And, I agree. I mean, Buffy comes from a long lineage of vampire slayers, but at the very least, Lollipop can hold her own. But they recently released it with Repop, which I'll probably get to in a later log. But here, this is the original. It came out for PS3 and Xbox 360. Still got the manual-ish. This is really more of the, I think, instructions or whatnot for like utilizing the disc and all that. Copyright warnings. And of course, there's the disc, which is in great condition. See that? You can see my room a little bit. But I've had this for a while. Still in great condition. I'm constantly trying to find decent cases for PS3, which is hard to find. And so anyway, it's a great part. I mean, it was a great game coming up, coming up in my 20s, and it was just really fun. So that's one part of my collection that I will always cherish. And I was actually lucky to get my hands on Repop, a case for it, which went through limited run. I believe it's limitedrun.com. I'll be going over that in the PS5 logs once I get around to those. There's a lot of stuff going on, but we'll eventually get there. Alright, so next up is one of another all-time favorite game, which isn't saying much because all the games you're going to see here on the logs are my all-time favorites or something that meant a lot to me. That's about the only thing I really keep around that with comics and collectibles, but this was a great find. I got this for $5. Given the condition, it wasn't a bad deal at all. But Beyond Two Souls has Willem Dafoe and Ellen Page, who I believe is now going by a different name. She's living, her truth. She's found a way to live her life as I can't remember his name, sadly, but anyway, she is who she is, and I'm happy for her. But here's the thing: like I didn't know that they made a steel box of the game, and this is really cool. Now again, really rough. You can see there's some wear and tear on it, but it's a very cool steel box to find. It's freezing. Still got a code which you cannot use anymore. Very cool. And the disc is really good as well. Now there's some smudging. I'm gonna have to get that. Ugh. Yikes, I didn't even see that. I bought it, but all I did was just look inside. I didn't even get to look at the disc at the time of checkout. They keep the disc in the back behind the counter. So I'll have to get that cleaned up. I'm sure it'll easily come off. But Quantic Dream has done a lot of games that are just very cinematic, very intensive. And Beyond Two Souls is one of those that can just grab you. It's very intense, but it's such a great game and a great story with great in-depth writing. So I definitely recommend it. And again, I didn't even know they made a steel box, so this was fantastic to find. Okay, so now this is the cream of the crop for the video for me. I found this yesterday. Recently I've been trading in, reducing my collection, as it were, to get this stuff with in-store credit. Cash, much like GameStop, you're not going to get shit for cash, but in-store credit, they tend to do pretty decent. I'm not talking about GameStop. I'll use them as an example. I'm talking about my local game store. That carries everything, essentially. Not just a game store. But I found this. I got it for 20 bucks. Traded in a lot of comics that day, as well as a couple of collectibles. Nothing that you ever see on screen. It's stuff I had in my closet. But this was a great find to me, for me. I did clean it up a bit. There's still some gunky stuff I got to get off. It's just price sticker stuff. But 13.2 is definitely my favorite out of the trilogy. It's got some tear up here, sadly. But I loved it because it reminds me a lot of 10.2, because you can capture creatures and fight with them in battles like that. So, go ahead and take it out. This is just another box for it. It's really good. Again, I've had to kind of wipe it down a bit. There is some dirt. I got most of it, so I had to do a little bit of a thorough cleaning. But there's that. And then this is a tough part for me. A bit. Ow. There's so much content in here that it's very hard to get it out. There we go. So it's got two different covers, obviously, but here is the opening for it. It contains a lot of stuff, actually. You've got artwork, which is great. Different things, different animals, monsters, weapons. Very cool weapons, actually. Just do a quick flip through. This must be locations. And of course, there's some of the logo. This is the game right here, which again is in great condition. Everything was damn near perfect. It's like it wouldn't even open. There was a little bit of dust on this. Get to focus. Yeah, there's my camera. And this has the instruction manual. Do a quick flip through it. Again, it's near perfect. It's amazing. And then you've got the soundtrack listing, which we're going to get to, which usually folds out, but just a quick flip through. So there's that. Great part of the collection. I love this way. I love the way this folds out and it's set up. It's really cool. Folds out. I have a speech impediment, so bear with me. And then there is the soundtrack, which is very, very cool. And it is not Final Fantasy without a kick-ass soundtrack. Cinematic, orchestral, symphonic, everything in between. Always has great music direction. These were, again, might as well be perfect. Just two. Well, I won't keep going on that, but yeah. So anyway, it was perfect. It's like it wasn't even opened, and again, just amazing. So there's that. Wait a minute, I didn't do this right. How did I do this? Like that? Where did it go? Like that. Nope, that ain't right either. Okay, I think we leave this out. I must go the other way. About the only way to do it without it bumping up right. Okay, so yeah, that must be it. So that's the Final Fantasy X-2 I was able to acquire, the collector's edition. I think I remember seeing this like when the game first came out at GameStop. Like I remember they probably asked me if I wanted to reserve it, which more than likely I would have if I had the money. I do remember getting the guide. I always went for the strategy guides if you watch anything here on the channel. But again, it's a great way to cap off the video. All right, well, that'll do it. We went over Final Fantasy X-2, Lollipop Chainsaw, and Beyond Two Souls, all three for PS3. Didn't know it had a steelbook. Totally great find. Not worth a whole lot, but means a lot to me. Lollipop Chainsaw, obviously. This is about even with the repop release, I would say this is still about a $50, $60 game. So you basically get what you would have paid back in the day, I think. And then this, like I said, I paid 20. All of these were bought with store credit. Cash would have been, again, just very low, so I never take that. It's not worth anything in that regard, but store credit's always nice. This cost me 20. I believe online it goes for about 30 to 40, so a little bit of a gain there. But I'm never about the profit on these because I'm going to keep them long term because they mean something to me. So that's where we're at. But anyway, thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay sane. Remember, you're awesome. Never let the world tell you otherwise. As of this recording, there's a lot going on in the world. In a recent vlog I just did, I talked about that a bit, how it's impacted me. And I wanted to share that in case anybody else is going through the same thing, as I always do here on the channel. So stay safe. And as I always say, stay sane. For the second time in this video, it's very important you stay sane, that we all stay sane. For all of humankind. See you.